Welcome back to another episode of Dear Diary of a Self-Love Podcast. I am your host, Amanda Beatty, and today I want to share something really special with you. This was a somatic meditation full moon ceremony that I hosted, and I'm sharing it here with you today. So this is going to be one of those episodes where you can just listen and receive when you're doing whatever. I like to listen to podcasts when I'm busy, so I get that. And it's also one to save for later when you can carve out space and time to be with yourself and get comfortable and bring a journal and tap in. And I'm going to guide you on a little meditation to tap into the body. It's a really, really yummy, nourishing practice. I'm excited to share it with you here today. And we're going to be going on a transformational journey under the powerful light of the moon, right? We are headed into a full moon the next couple of days. You can listen to this whenever. So if you happen to be listening to this and it's not a full moon, that's totally fine. But when we are in that full moon energy, right? Like you think of the moon being full, you think of our bodies being full, our plates being full. What needs to be let go of? What needs to be released? What needs to go in order to make space for what is aligned, what feels good, and what is new? So we're going to dive in. It's going to be a beautiful somatic meditation ceremony, and we're going to explore the art of letting go and rediscovering ourselves through this somatic meditation practice. I will be guiding you through a soul-nourishing meditation with journaling prompts that's going to awaken your curiosity and tap you into reflecting on what needs realignment, what needs to be released, and what gets to be rediscovered in your life so that you can tap into peace and joy and abundance and all of the things that you deserve in life. I'm really excited for this one. I hope that you can gain clarity and process some emotions and really set your intention for the future, for the next week, for the next day, for the rest of your life. And I really hope you take this as an opportunity to retreat from the outside world and tap into the internal landscape of the world within you, letting go of what's no longer serving you, becoming aware of maybe where you're out of alignment, releasing old stories and limiting beliefs, and just get curious about what it would feel like to write a new story, to tap into a new, more true, empowering being. Like, are you ready for this? Are you ready to just let go of the shit that's not working and tap into the good that's inside of you? It's just covered up by some muck. We're going to get rid of the muck tonight. I'm excited to share this with you. I hope it serves you well. If it does, screenshot this episode and share it in your Instagram stories or wherever. Tag me. If you're not already following me, please go and follow me. I'm going to have, I'm going to share a little bit more. I'm doing a huge giveaway, and this podcast is part of it. I want to get my message out to more women. I want to make more ripples. And the way that I can do that is for you to help me to share my episodes, to subscribe to the podcast, to leave a review, to share your insights and your ahas and your takeaways with me. I love hearing from you guys. It lights me the fuck up when I can hear about how I'm helping, how I'm serving, how I'm helping you get curious. And I'm so excited. So more on that. If you're not following me, head over to Instagram. I'm going to share all about it. And then next week's episode, I'm going to share in more detail about how you can get entered. I'm giving away 3 opportunities to work with me. One of them is like a big ticket item. So I'm just really, really excited to give back because I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I would just be talking to myself if it wasn't for those of you listening on the other side of the speaker. So I appreciate you. Here we go. Let's get into this week's episode. Like I said, listen and chill and receive. But if you want to, like, pause this, go put your kids away, go get your journals, grab a drink, light a candle, set the mood, and let's go. Check into your body, see what's going on inside of you. I'm going to share some invitations with you, okay? So we can really like get honest with ourselves and see where we desire for change. Making a list if you want to just do this as a list of what are the things that you need to let go, okay? I want you to allow this time today to help you see where you might be wobbly. I don't know if you've heard this term before, but if you've worked with me, you probably have. Abraham Hicks talks about it, right? And it's the wobble factor. Where do you think you are currently wobbling? There's that balance again, right? There's that balance. Where do you feel like you overextend yourself? Or maybe you are putting others' needs before your own. Or maybe you are feeding into those limiting beliefs and those old stories or those defense mechanisms just a little bit too much. So that's the first prompt, is just getting curious about where you might be wobbly in your life. And it doesn't mean that we have to be solid all of the time. Doesn't mean that we have to be in good standing or grounded all of the time. But the more we wobble, the more the wobble gets momentum. And then before you know it, we feel like we're fucking ping pong balls, just like dancing all over the place, reacting to our environments. I resonate with that. I resonate with that one big. Okay. The next prompt, if you will. And if you have any questions or anything you want to say, just go ahead and type it in the chat. Yes. Where do you think you might be wobbling? So like, where is your energy sort of like all over the place? Where are you super ungrounded? Are you doing too much of this and not enough of that? Abraham Hicks talks about the wobble factor, and it's like when you're out of alignment. So where could you be out of alignment in your life? And these are just prompts to help you with things that you can release tonight. If you already have a whole list, like, feel free to just write and go ham. These are just ideas that I've personally been sitting with. So the next one, where are you listening to others' needs before your own? Where are you listening, or are you listening to others' needs before your own? This might be an area that a boundary needs to be placed, or recognizing what you need to let go of in order to put your needs first, maybe saying no to some things. And when I say boundaries, I want to reiterate that they don't need to look like barbed wire fences that keep people out or shock them when they try to come in. It's for us. These are internal boundaries, right? I say no to this because it makes me feel that way. Or I say no to this because saying no to that means I'm saying yes to myself. Which leads me to the third prompt. Where are you stopping yourself from saying yes to yourself? A lot of times we hear the say no more, and that's amazing. And we're talking about us tonight. So what can you say yes to, and what's getting in the way of that? Again, maybe it's a boundary. Maybe it's putting others' needs first. Maybe it's that juggle, that balancing act that we're just not quite getting. And so our scale gets tipped the opposite way. The next prompt is, what's keeping you from feeling grounded and centered in your highest self, in your highest power? What's knocking you off? What's knocking you down? What's creating that wobble? Maybe it's an energy that you constantly feed into. Maybe it's a story, an old story that you need to stop telling yourself. Maybe it's a limiting belief that you feed into. We've been working with fear a lot lately in the transit. If you've been to any of the transits calls, we've been really tapped in with these spleens to our fear center. And there's been a lot that's come up for a lot of people. So getting curious about, where is that fear showing up that's stopping you from showing up as your highest self? And as much as I prompt these things to kind of go into the shadows, you can also celebrate here too, because that's what we're going to be doing at the end, is really tapping into what it would feel like to let go of all these things. The next prompt is, where could you be prioritizing your soul's nourishment? What's getting in the way of you prioritizing your soul's nourishment, honoring yourself? Again, maybe it's old patterns, maybe it's burnout, that do energy. I know firsthand, I can admit that that's one of the biggest things that stands in my way, is that I think that I need to be productive in order to be worthy. That's a big one for me. That's in bold over here on this paper. We're burning that fucker tonight. It's not true. Maybe it's outsourcing, right? Listening to your external environment, looking to your external environment for things that you actually need to be looking inside. Blaming your external environments for things that are happening inside of you. That's a big one. I see a lot of people do. I know I'm guilty too. It's like, well, you were bad and wrong to me, so now I feel bad and wrong. And that's not really how it always is. The next one is, where do you struggle to trust yourself? What stands in the way of you trusting yourself? Trusting yourself that you are capable and worthy of change and growth? Trusting your decisions? Trusting the boundaries that you've set in place? Because you know, when you set a boundary, it's the people that need the boundaries the most that cross them the most. Where are you standing in your way from trusting yourself, trusting the universe, trusting God, trusting source? And now we come back to the wobble factor again with the next prompt. Where might you be indecisive to move forward, to gain momentum, to make decisions, to feel your feelings of what you want, right? Sometimes it's really easy to be indecisive of, like, what do you actually want? How are you standing in your way? Okay. How are we feeling now? Do you guys have a good list of things that you want to let go of? This is really about just getting clear and honest with ourselves about what we would like to change in our lives, what we need to let go of. I'm going to give you just a couple more minutes and then we're going to tap in. And after you've written that list, feel free to write in the chat if maybe your vibe changed. Maybe it feels a little different now, and that's okay. That is 100% okay. Okay. I'm gonna put some music on. So just feel free to finish up your writing. Anything that you want to let go of. Just get cozy in your chair. Settle into a comfortable position with full awareness of everything that you wrote down on that paper. And know while you listen to the sound of my voice that the light of the full moon is shining down on you tonight. Feel the weight of your body on the floor or in your chair. Feeling safe and supported. Feeling held by both the sound of my voice and the moon. Scanning your body, we're going to start down by your feet. Scanning each of your toes. Just feeling into sensations. Allowing any thoughts to come and go as they may. Not trying to change or fix them. Scanning through your feet, up into your ankles. Up through your legs, your calves, your knees, your thighs. Just noticing any sensations, any textures or colors. Moving up to your seat bones and your pelvis and your hips and your root chakra. Just noticing. Moving up through your torso, your lower belly, your upper belly, into your back, as you breathe. Moving up through your heart space. Becoming aware, is your heart open or closed? And whatever you're feeling right now, it's exactly right, even if it's nothing. That's perfectly okay too. Feeling your shoulders. Your upper back. It's where we hold so much tension. Just noticing how it feels. Up through your neck, around your throat. Maybe you want to give it a roll. Maybe you want to be still. Maybe you want to let out a sigh. Just breathing and noticing. Up through your head, the base of your skull. Your jaw. See if you can soften just a little bit more. Your cheeks and your nose. Your eyes, your eyelids. Your third eye. The crown of your head. What are you noticing as you scan through your body? Where is there tension? Where is there joy? Maybe you are filled with an eagerness and an excitement to let go of everything that you just wrote down. Maybe you're feeling heavy, as if, is it really possible for me to let that all go? I invite you to find one sensation, one area of your body that feels the heaviest, the tightest, the hardest. And just focus on that area for a moment. What does it feel like? Are there any textures? Is it sharp or fluid? Are there any shapes? Is it round or sharp? Do you notice any colors? Is it bright or dark? Just noticing. Just allowing yourself to experience whatever's coming up or whatever's not. It's all perfect and you're doing it exactly right. What is this sensation? What is this color, this texture, this energy? If it had a voice, what do you think it's trying to say to you? Ask it now and then just listen. Are there any feelings associated with this energy, with this answer that you were given? And what are those feelings trying to tell you that you need to let go of? I invite you next to ask this energy, this person, this thing, what does it need of you? How can you help it fade away so that you can step into your highest self? What does it need to go? Maybe it looks like clarity or a boundary or a decision or permission. Now I want you to visualize this light from the moon shining down on you and this energy that's with you now. Visualizing the powerful energy that's both within you and above you. Notice the brightness, the size, and the light of this energy washing over you. Let this energy that comes in from your crown chakra, let it permeate through your face and your neck, your shoulders and your arms, your chest and your stomach, down your legs and into your feet. Allow this powerful energy to fill your whole body. And notice where it chooses to settle first. Notice which area seems to be affected by its intensity the most. Where did your mind go first? Allow yourself to dance with this energetic light of the moon and this energy that also resides in you. And can you hold both? Can you allow them to both take up space? I want you to gather this light of the moon, this highest energy, into a bubble and place it by your heart. Gather it up from your limbs, from your head, from your stomach, and allow it to just shine bright in your heart. And then inside of this bright circle of light, I want you to see this energy going inside of it. Allowing this bubble to wash away all the tension. Allow it to soak all of the heaviness. Let it soften every muscle in your face, in your head, in your arms, and your fingertips. Allow it to just soak up all of the parts of you that don't feel good. All of the parts of you that feel fear and doubt and scarcity. Allow it to loosen your jaw, softening your belly and your hips, releasing the tension that you hold in all of these spaces, letting your full body just release. And now take that ball inside of your heart and give it down to the earth or up to the moon, whichever resonates with you. Holding all of the dark parts of you, all of the stories and the limiting beliefs. That energy that once took up so much space. Send it away. And when it's gone, I want you to take a deep, long breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and just land here in this moment. Feeling lighter, more relaxed, more whole with yourself. Noticing how you feel now. How does it feel to release the parts of you that no longer serve you? How does it feel to land 1 ounce deeper into who you truly are? 1 layer deeper into who you truly are. How would it feel to take that list that you wrote, that went away in that ball of light, that you're gonna burn in a few minutes, or that you're gonna rip into shreds? How would it feel to have that all gone? How would you show up? How would you act? Who would you be? And how would it feel? To focus on yourself, listening to your intuition, balancing and honoring yourself, making you a priority, having compassion and grace for yourself and for others, allowing for more fun and creativity, and the abundance of everything that you desire. How does that version of you feel without everything else weighing you down? Where do you feel that in your body? Allow that feeling to expand and grow as the moon shines down on you. Allow that light to fill your body through every crevice, nook, and cranny, down through your toes, through your fingertips, imagine yourself walking into this new season of your life. How are you going to show up? Who is this new version of you? And what is this new story that you're going to tell? Breathing that in, allowing your breath to circulate and expand it. Noticing how you feel. And when you're ready, take a big, deep breath in. And let it out on a sigh. Wiggle your toes and fingers. Roll your neck. Maybe place your hands on your heart and have gratitude for showing up today. Have gratitude for tapping into the versions of you that need to go and how it would feel to step into the most expansive version of you. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And I also invite you to, and this is something I do at the end of my practices, I will physically pat in the good. Pat my arms, my shoulders, my chest, my stomach, my legs. Just pat it in. This is who you are. This is how you're going to show up moving forward. Feeling lighter,